property, and we had to move out and go back to the roach-infested house I had moved my mother out of. And that was the most humiliating moment of my life up to that point. I'll never forget unloading the truck with all the furniture in it and neighbors coming out and saying, "Mamie, what happened?" And she said, "My son didn't do a title search." And I was feeling humiliated, and I was at the back of the truck, and I had my head down, and my mother came and said, "Boy, hold your head up." I said, "Mama, I feel so stupid right now. I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid." She said, "Hold your damn head up." Then she put her hand under my chin and thrust my head up in the air. She said, "You have nothing to be ashamed of. Take that furniture in the house." And when we started bringing the furniture in the house, the roaches started dancing. So, "Mamie's back. We gonna have sweet potato pie. Mamie's back." They start doing the electric slide. Oh, my God. I'll never forget when the people came to ask us to leave. The guy knocked on the door, and he said, "Mr. Brown, Les Brown?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Sir, you are to leave this property today." And I was standing there with the Bible in my hand. I said, "I'm standing on his word." He said, "No problem. Just stand out here on the sidewalk." I was speaking in tongues and everything as they came and put our behind out. I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing then. Oh, my God, I felt so stupid. Oh, my God. That was a big mistake. I learned to let stuff go and focus. Do what you need to do. Handle your business. And I had to forget the guy's name. I had to let the anger go and put all that energy on recovering. I've got a saying, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Another mistake, I had a talk show 10 years ago, sponsored by King World, and they canceled the show. And a disc jockey said, "Motivational speaker Les Brown could motivate people to watch." I was humiliated. And the mistake I made, I didn't continue pressing forward. The mistake I made, I didn't continue to sell myself. The mistake I made, I didn't continue to knock on doors. The mistake I made, the show was canceled. I wasn't canceled. They canceled the show, and I canceled myself. And that was a big mistake. I learned something from that. Don't cancel yourself. They can cancel their shows, but they can't cancel me. I canceled me. The number to call is 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. My name is Les Brown. I'm Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, and I want to hear about mistakes that you've made and what you learned from those mistakes. I want to talk right now to Carlene. Carlene, thank you for calling in. And you and Downey, what's the big mistake that you made, Carlene, and what did you learn from it?
Marrying my husband.
Okay. And what did you learn from that mistake, Carlene?
I should have learned when we first got married, he lied about his age. I should have learned then. 26 years later, he got up close to 100,000, him and his brother, and for Christmas he filed for divorce.
You're kidding. How long were y'all married?
26 years.
26 years, and he came into $100,000 and he filed for divorce.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And all I asked him was to give his kid $3,000 to help pay off his car, and he said his kid was nothing but a spoiled so-and-so.
And what's the big lesson from you? You knew, first of all, that this guy was a liar because he lied about his age. How old was he when he married you, and how old he told you he was?
I was,
No, how old was he?
Oh, gee, that's been a while back now.
Yeah, because, plus you 26 years. Okay, but you still stayed there. Was it a good marriage? I mean, were you happy?
Well, for the first couple of years, I couldn't get him off. He was, like, attached to my side. And once I got pregnant 2 years into the marriage, I couldn't keep him home.
Wow.
He ran away 3 times, one for 2 years, one for a year, and this time he's been gone 2 years again.
Let me ask you, what did you learn from this, Carlene? What did you learn about yourself and life right now at this point in your life, because you've got a lot of life in front of you?
I should have married my first one. Not this nut. He was nothing but a liar and a thief.
Okay,
He's
but
looking out for himself.
apart from that, what about right now for what Carlene is going to do with the rest of her life? What about that?
I'm going to take care of my 4 children. One of his. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here listening to you.
And I'm going to take care of my grandchildren and enjoy them and just enjoy life and let him do whatever he wants to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, thank you so much for calling in, Carlene, and sharing your story with us. All right? All the power to you. You can do that.
Thank
you can
you.
make that happen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Hello. Hey, Rose. Rose, I want to finish the conversation that I had with you, and thank you so much for your patience. Now,
Okay.
Rose, yes, you had a situation involving your husband. Your husband wanted to use the house for collateral?
Yeah.
And what happened as a result?
Well, as a result, the business within a very short time bellied up, and they came to repossess the house because he used the house for collateral, and he wasn't paying on the loan that he made.
Now, what did you learn from that mistake? What would you have done differently? And when you look back right then, what is it that you say, you know what, when I look at myself and the decision I made, what is it that you would have done differently and how you would handle that?
You know what? I would have listened to my gut. The one thing I've learned is that if it smells like a rat, it's a rat. And your gut tells you it smells like a rat. Knowing all, finding all the information and the background of the business, I knew that this was not going to make it. And I've also learned that it's okay to say no.
That's right.
And it should be respected. And if your spouse is threatened or your relationship is being threatened with a divorce, then you're not in a healthy relationship to begin with. So the one things I've learned is that there has to be love and respect in a marriage to honor your opinion. And if you feel that nudging that it's wrong to move forward, you need to listen to it.
That's right. I've been in so many situations where I said, if I had just listened to my first mind. Thank you so much for sharing that, and continue to listen to your first mind, Rose, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Listen, I want you to call me right now. You got a story, and I want to hear it. The number to call is 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. Here's what Samuel Smiles says about mistakes. He said, those who never made a mistake probably never made a discovery. Think about that. My name is Les Brown. We're talking about mistakes that you've made and what did you learn from it. The number to call is 888-539-2980.